So I obviously knew about, like, this timeline in the X-Men universe. Like, I knew that they were going to go back in time and explore, like, the prequels and all that stuff. I didn't realize how much they were going to do that. Because, like, all I've really heard about was Days of Future Past, where, like, they kind of correlate with each other. I didn't really anticipate getting a full prequel. But that's pretty much what X-Men First Class is. X-Men First Class was released in 2011. It was written by Ashley Miller and Zach Stentz and Jane Goldman and Matthew Vaughn, which is way too many writers, and directed by Matthew Vaughn. The basic general idea of a story is it's the prequel to the X-Men trilogy. I mean, there's not much more than that, but we get a young Professor X, we get a young Magneto, we get a young Mystique, we get a young everyone, basically. Hell, even there's a surprise cameo from one of the best X-Men, or one of the most famous X-Men. And it's about how they became good, how they became bad, why they became good, why they became bad, all that kind of thing. It's pretty cool. It's really interesting, if not incredibly unnecessary. It's still super cool. I think the main reason it was necessary is because they do want to do the Days of Future Past thing, which makes sense, but there's still that part of me that's like, did I really have to watch this? Like, I feel like I didn't really have to. There are some slight changes to the overall arc of the story in comparison to the actual X-Men trilogy, but it stays pretty true. Like, I was impressed with how much they kept from the original trilogy in this one. They're like, okay, well, this happened, so it has to happen in here. Which was cool, but I didn't need to see all of it. Like, I didn't need to, because I knew about it already from the original trilogy. Was it cool? Sure, yes. Did we need it? No, I don't think so. Which is why when it deviated from that path slightly, I thought it was a little bit more interesting. And it kind of feels like it could be an alternate timeline, which, who knows at this point. I have not seen any other future X-Men movies, so I don't know. But it does seem to ignore some of the things, like, I find it a little weird about Wolverine, kind of, in terms of his point in the plot in this. I was like, why? I feel like this is a weird time period for him to kind of be here. But then also, I'm like, you know what, maybe? I suppose it's possible, because it happened right after World War II. But, like, also, I don't know. I'm not gonna think about it too hard, because I don't really care that much either. But to somebody who really does care, this could be a problem. Luckily enough, that's not really me, so that's great. Oh yeah, it's my birthday. I'm filming this the week before, but it's my birthday. Hope you're doing well, Robert, in the future. You're 21 now, so go get a drink on me. Have a good birthday. Anyway, overall, it's a cool story. Like, it's fun, it's cool. The villain is hilarious, played by Kevin Bacon. That's why it was funny to me, was because it was Kevin Bacon. It's still a good performance. Like, there's nothing wrong with the performance. It's still definitely a villain, but it is a little comical. Like, it's still, like, there's funny parts in the film, and it largely has to do with the villain. I'm not sure how comfortable I feel with that. It does definitely take down the integrity of the film a little bit, but it's still fun. I do love seeing James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender as Magneto and Professor X. Not respectively, I did a reverse, but very, very well done performances. I don't have any problems with it. I've heard that there are some issues with them in terms of them playing the younger versions. I have no problems yet. We'll see in the future if they kind of get worse, but so far, I mean, I like them. I think they're good characters. I think they do well with what they're supposed to do, and they definitely seem like the characters from the original trilogy, so I like how they are kind of not emulating, but kind of, you know, shadowing these other actors, these great other actors. So I thought that went pretty well. And also, Jennifer Lawrence as Raven, probably my favorite character in this film. She just has a lot to do, and I like that she has all these stuff to do, and she chooses based on a few different factors here. And it definitely sets up for the future where she's kind of this weird double agent, but, like, not really. Like, she feels weird about doing what she's doing, but she's doing it because she has to, kind of feel from the trilogy. But in the prequel, she's very much on Professor X's side, until later when he's basically like, hey, listen, you should do what you want to do. If you don't want to be with me, I get it. Go. Well, you go somewhere else. And that largely is due to the rejection she feels from Professor X. throughout the whole course of the film. So that was cool that they kind of brought that back towards the end. I thought that was really nice and it was a good touch. Magneto storyline is fantastic, from the whole internment camp to like, or I guess it's a concentration camp. The whole thing was really, really cool and interesting. It was a good backstory, because I know we talked about it in the original trilogy, but that was one thing I almost wish we got more of that, because it definitely rushed through it in the beginning of the film, which brings me to the beginning of the film feels a little weird. It kind of starts you and then pushes you along until you're able to kind of, it's like training wheels on the film. They're like, okay, well, we're not sure how they're going to like this, so we're going to take it really easy. We're just going to push them through it, and then we'll get to the action, and then they'll love it. And yes, they were right, but also, like, that's not the point. Like, I wish that we kind of did get a little bit more of our own pacing kind of thing. It definitely felt rushed, until it wasn't rushed anymore, until the second half of the film feels good pace. It feels like an actual X-Men movie, but the beginning does not feel that way. And I don't know, it's cool. I liked seeing Professor X in school with Mystique. I thought that was cool. I thought it was a nice little touch. I liked them as kids. All really cool stuff. It just kind of felt a little wishy-washy from getting from that point to the X-Men, because it was a really weird transition there in the middle, but still, like, not, again, it's not like a huge, like, bash to the film, but, like, it does feel like there's a little resistance in getting to the second half of this film. But overall, it's a fun movie. The special effects are actually pretty darn good. I like a lot of it. I love Beast's character as well. I thought he did a fantastic job. I forget his name, the actor that did it, but wonderful job. I had so much fun watching that character. It was really, really cool for me. I like a lot of all the characters are really good. They have good backstories. It's fun. Like, is this movie necessary viewing? I don't think so, but I could be wrong because I had not seen Days of Future Past, but probably not. I would imagine it's probably not necessary to watch this, but if you wanted to, like, you should, because it is fun. And I'm going to go ahead and give X-Men First Class an A-. Have you guys seen this movie? Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about it. I had a good time watching it. It is on Disney Plus. That's where I watched it, so you're welcome to find it there. Disney Plus is a great streaming service, so get it if you don't have it, and if you do have it, go watch this movie, because it's pretty cool. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly, truly appreciate it. Please consider subscribing. It'd be a huge help, and it'd be a really cool birthday present for me, so please consider doing that. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.